everyone, welcome to Why Wednesday. I wanted to hop on here and share my why. I always wanted to help people, and for the last 6 years, I have been in jewelry retail. Though I love my job, it wasn't as fulfilling as what I was wanting. So when this opportunity came around, I had to jump on it. The number one reason for joining this industry is my aunt. My aunt is my dad's sister, and though she is somewhat independent, she still depends on my grandma and grandpa and my parents to help take care of her. Growing up, I always was aware that she had independent and developmental disabilities, but even so, she was semi independent. And that always made me wonder what would happen or what would life be like if she was able to live by herself and work. Now, my aunt, she's 50, and I know my grandparents did everything they could to help and support her. That doesn't still leave that question in the back of my head. I didn't know that there's resources out there that could help us along the way. Now, I always was reassured that if something were to happen to my grandparents, my parents would 100% take her in, move her into the house, whatever what she would feel more comfortable with. And I never stopped to ask myself, what would happen if unfortunately my grandparents and my parents passed? What would I do? What would my life look like? Now, I always knew I wanted to be involved and keep her as close to me as possible. But let's be real, I'm 25. And even though I've seen what it's like to care for someone with independent and developmental disabilities, you really don't know until you do it yourself. It's not as simple as it seems. So when Precious Places came around, not only was I interested in joining to find out more and learn what other resources is out there for my aunt and for my family, I also wanted to know a little bit more of how to care for somebody with independent and developmental disabilities. I'm someone that likes to plan, so having all of those in mind is really important to me. With me not knowing that a place like Precious Places is out there, I'm sure there's other people that don't either. And that's why I also wanted to spread awareness, not only for individuals with IDDs, but also for the places that take care of individuals with IDDs. Again, all of this inspiration comes from my aunt. I want to be able to help people like her. I've always wondered how she would feel or how she must feel not being able to communicate in a way that everyone else does or be able to understand her own thoughts. And this kind of gives me a little bit more insight. Not only talking with my other coworkers, but interacting with the clients who have various disabilities whenever I can. So, to sum it all up, my why is my aunt.